Today's Let's Talk, we talk about injustice, God among men. Come on! Injustice is the new game made by NetherRealm Studios, which also made Mortal Kombat 9 and previously made the Mortal Kombat vs. DC game. Now, when they first made Mortal Kombat vs. DC, it was still Midway Games plus WB Games, but because Midway went bankrupt and then WB decided to take full control and merge into the new company, which is run by Ed Boon, which is NetherRealm Studios, and they created Mortal Kombat 9, not about a few years after they did Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Now, Injustice is going to be a game that is going to primarily be revolved around what they wanted to do here for Mortal Kombat vs. DC. It's going to be a new type of game that they wanted to do that's going to be featuring DC characters. Now, it's going to be similar to what they had here, but the only problem was this received really bad fan reaction when it first came out, just because people knew it was a Mortal Kombat game. Mortal Kombat was on, it was Mortal Kombat versus DC games, so people were expecting more Mortal Kombat. The fatalities bummed a lot of people out because people wanted to see gory fatalities, people losing heads, limbs, stuff like that. But it never happened because WB didn't want their characters being, mutilated. So that was the reason this game didn't turn out as well as it could have. Now, what they're trying to do in Justice here is basically they're trying to create a new series, not linked with the Mortal Kombat series in any way, so that they could go with a different and more innovative spin of what they wanted to do originally, and it would be a new genre, not new genre, but a new type of fighting game that we'll later mention. Now, by the looks of it, this is only day one. The trailer just came out earlier today, so we don't know much about the game. From the looks of it, it's going to be used probably off of the same engine as they did for Mortal Kombat and also Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Now, both of these games use the exact same engine. A lot of people didn't know that. Excuse me. But they were both using the Unreal Engine. It was, people complained about how Mortal Kombat vs. DC wasn't as good as Mortal Kombat 9, but technically it was the same game, just little differences, maybe a little more updated, more recent engine they used for Mortal Kombat 9. So, probably they're going to use the same engine. I have no idea if Injustice is going to be a 2D fighting game or it's going to be a 3D one, because, I grew up with the 2D fighting games such as Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, so I like the 2D ones a little bit more. Some people prefer the Tekken, Soul Calibur kind of fighting game, which revolves around the 3D play. Now, Mortal Kombat has made both kind of games. Mortal Kombat 9 they recently went back to the 2D playing just because it was more what the original fans wanted. So I'm guessing they probably will stick with the 2D playing for Injustice, and just incorporate more environmental actions, because that's what they did with Mortal Kombat vs. DC. They incorporated a lot of environmental actions. You can hit people off of the stage, and you go into this free fall combat stage. It's kind of like rock paper scissors, and whoever wins, gets to deal damage more on the opponent. They wanted to do this, and also in Injustice, they wanted to incorporate more environmental actions. You can throw people, you can hit people with cars, you can throw people into buildings, hit them off the stage. So this is going to be a really exciting kind of, new twist of fighting game that's going to be coming out of NetherRealm Studios, and I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot more from this game, and hopefully it meets all our expectations, because I'm actually really hyped for this game right now. So we're going to take a look at the trailer. Sorry I can't show the full trailer because of all the copyright claims that's done by WB, CBS, whatever, who owns the company. It's WB, but so I'm going to try to show bits of it, and we're going to actually break it down. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to just get everyone to leave a comment down here. What do you guys feel about this game? How do you guys like this? What do you guys like about it? What do you guys don't like about it? So we're going to have a little ongoing discussion, and as we get closer to the release date in 2013, we will talk more and more, and I'll probably do more video updates about the game as we find out more information about it. So let's take a look at the trailer.
Alright, so let's start this trailer. Now, to let you guys know, my commentary will be put on the right track, so if you don't want to hear it, mute your right stereo speaker. Alright, so the beginning of this video shows a bunch of ice, and there's the Flash. Now, this could mean different things. The Flash is being attacked by ice, so it could mean either a character such as, you know, Mr. Freeze, or it just could be an environmental thing that the ice is attacking. Now in the following scene, you actually see Batman pulling on this big hunky fellow, which is most likely going to be either Solomon Grundy, which you see in the preview, or it could be characters such as Bane, but it's most likely Grundy. Now in the next scene, you also see characters such as, you see the gun, Harley Quinn, it says Harley on it, and you also see the Harley Quinn necklace with the dagger coming at her with Wonder Woman. Fighting against Wonder Woman, and here you see Lex Luthor being shot at by a really angry Superman that's kind of mad.
What we were saying before about the environmental actions that they want to incorporate in this game, they're trying to make it so that each character is unique. In a recent interview with Ed Boon has stated that he wanted to make these characters unique in their own way. So there's going to be like two types of different characters that you can choose from. Like you have the gadget kind, he calls them the gadget ones, which is going to be something like the, you know, Batman, the people who use gadget, like Batman, like, you know, Deathstroke, maybe Mr. Freeze, you know, Harley Quinn, this game, Wonder Woman, you know, that rely on things like Batman relies on his utility belt, Wonder Woman relies on her lasso and her magic bracelets. So it'll be kind of these things. And the other type are going to be the power type, which are kind of, you know, like Solomon Grundy, Superman, Flash, you know, these guys that are, you know, just have natural powers by themselves. And they wanted to make these characters all unique in the environment. So, like, if you take a car, for example, as you've seen in this trailer, Solomon Grundy throws a car at his opponent. Now, he's a strength type character, so this is probably how he reacts with the environment. He throws the car. But Superman would most likely launch a car at you. Now, from the other side of it, Batman, which is a gadget type of character, he might react a little bit differently in the environment, maybe to the car. Like, instead of throwing the car, because Batman can't throw the car, he's probably gonna, you know, maybe wire the car or something, or maybe hack the car and like run it at you or something like that. So it's gonna be really unique, and they're hoping to make more unique concepts when it relates to the environment and fighting. So each character will be different, each character will react differently in the environment, which will make this fighting game actually have a higher learning curve than some of the previous fighting games that that they kind of make. Because normally when you think of superhero games, each character, even though they're unique, like if you take an example, look at the like the normal superhero games. Think about it. Each character, there's lots of characters involved in them, but then they're not really unique to the point that they kind of still like the same character, just with different abilities and stuff. But they play the same way. So what like Ed Boon is trying to do here is that he's trying to make it so that each character will be, you know, uniquely different. Now I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but the game is still in the developmental stages. We're going to find more information as the game progresses. And hopefully it's going to be, you know, meets our expectation, which is what I'm really hoping for. Now, what he stated is that the game's coming out in 2013, so that's still a long time to go. It's the middle of 2012 right now, so there's still about, you know, a 6-month window, because it's most likely not going to come out in the beginning of 2013, probably maybe in the 3rd or 4th quarter of it. Midway NetherRealm Studios normally has a little habit of pushing games back because it takes them a little bit just to make sure the game is fully developmental or not, or you know, such. So hopefully it's going to be out in 2013. It's going to be something I'm looking forward to, just because it's a unique take on of a fighting game. Is the DC